What's up, people? You're watching CarTell.tv. I'm Jenny.
So Kia proposes that you can have a modern sedan packed with equipment with a reliable, proven engine and automatic gearbox, all for a bit over 20k.
Well, that sounds awesome, right? Well, let's see if it's possible. Today I have the Kia Cerato in the sedan form in the Sport Plus trim, the very top of the offerings.
About a decade ago, Kia moved on from ultimately boring, uninspiring and downright ugly cars to somewhat futuristic cars such as the Ceed and the Ceed.
They were obviously aimed at the European market.
Just like Hyundai with the i models, they started producing more stylish vehicles with the tech desired by European buyers, reliability to match or even exceed, and for a very, very competitive price.
Well, the idea obviously worked because we all know how respected Hyundai has become.
The Ceed and Ceed pushed the design boundaries at the time and put the bar pretty high.
Now, the Cerato is not nearly as avant-garde as the other models I mentioned earlier, but it is a stylish machine.
The front is inspired by the beautiful and far pricier Stinger. The grille is instantly recognisable and the headlight redesign really improved their shape.
The lower section brings some toughness to the front with these sharp lines and cleverly incorporated lights.
Its main competitors are the Mazda 3 and the Toyota Corolla, and I have to say I prefer the Mazda's look, not so much the Corollas though.
Luckily, the new Corolla gets released soon.
The side view reveals the true size of the car. Despite being a sedan, it's compact with slightly smaller rear doors and a tiny third side window.
Now, we're not sure if there's an engineering reason why the third window is not incorporated into the door. I mean, it would definitely look better. Kia engineers, answers anyone?
The rear, once again, is nicer than the Corolla for me. The tail lights don't look like an afterthought like they do in many cars today, but they actually add a lot of style to the otherwise uncluttered rear.
Interestingly, there is only one engine option and it comes with VVT tech.
It's a 2-litre inline 4 unit which produces 112 kilowatts at 6,200 revs and 192 newton meters of torque at 4,000 revs. In the top 2 trim levels, the engine is paired with an automatic gearbox exclusively, while the entry-level version has an optional feature that adds about 1.5 thousand to the price.
Look, it's well worth it if you ask me. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with manual, we all love that engaging feel. But this being a more practical, and reliable design, the automatic really fits it fine.
If you thought the engine specs sound familiar, it's because they are. While suspension, chassis and design are all new, the power plant is the same one that was in the previous model. However, this means the engine's been around long enough to have all of its niggles ironed out. It makes it familiar and reliable. The lowish torque figure pretty high up in the revs might make you think there's no forced induction. Well, and when you rev it high, the Cerato makes a whole heap of noise before giving you much action. So unsatisfying. All talk, no action. Kind of like the government. Just like its sister company Hyundai, Kia also offers dedicated suspension tuning for Australia, which means everything if you're driving over some of our less civilised roads. These modifications result in a nice mix between steering response, composed on-road feeling and comfort. The interior was designed to improve the atmosphere inside the car. The materials used are pretty nice for this segment and price, and everything feels really tweaked. And I'm definitely getting a vintage vibe with this dash shape and the air vents. Perhaps putting a car in C segment and touting lots of soft touch surfaces makes people think of German C segment models and their high prices. But these features in a competitively priced Cerato, good move Kia. The design of the interior is quite horizontal and minimalistic, appearing clean and elegant, easy on the eye and very easy to use. The infotainment graphics are not as modern as in other cars, but it does have all the expected features such as sat-nav, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The 8-inch screen is placed higher and it's very easy to control. The Sport Plus trim comes with heated leather seats and they're really supportive. It feels very cozy in here. And there's a very spacious feel to this cabin. I mean, you just got a lot of space around you. Step in the back, and well, it's better than I expected. This is a C segment car, but legroom is really good. Headroom is fine for me, and taller adults should find it satisfactory. The materials back here are pretty good. It has got cup holders in the armrest. Even the base model gets front and rear parking sensors as standard. As you climb up the trim ladder, you can get reversing camera that I have here in the Sport Plus. One gripe that I have is the new Cerato has a space saver spare wheel. Look, I know it's become the industry standard, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. What saves it for Kia is a great roadside assistance program that almost makes spare wheels obsolete and an option to buy a full-size spare wheel.
Back to the boot, it now has 502 litres of space with the seats up, and that's an indefinite improvement on before.
There are loads of storage options, such as 4 cup holders, 4 bottle holders, map pockets, door armrest pockets, sunglasses holder, illuminated glove box, which is cooled in this trim level, center console storage spaces, and more. The Cerato has 5-star ANCAP rating that comes from ABS, traction control, electronic stability control, vehicle stability management, hill start assist, front and rear parking sensors with dash display, rear view camera, dusk sensing headlights, front and rear fog lights, speed sensing locking, loads of airbags. Vast majority of these are standard across the range. The 2 higher trim levels also get more safety features such as blind spot monitoring and forward collision warning.
A big plus for the Cerato is that you can get most of the advanced safety features in the base trim level with an add-on pack that costs just $1,000.
Another huge selling point is Kia's 7-year warranty, which beats most of the competitors and by a huge margin.
The latest Cerato is better looking, packed with comfort and safety features, and all for a very attractive price.
This top trim Kia Cerato Sedan Sport Plus will cost you around $32,000 by the time you get it on road. If there is one downside, it's a somewhat outdated engine.
I know I said it's been tried and tested, but in today's climate, I would prefer some forced induction, even if it means a smaller engine. Thanks again for watching CarTell TV, and don't forget to support us by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and leaving your comments below. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.